What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm joined by Toasty for a toaster oven party where we're gonna bake different cakes and stuff or something. You ready?
Hold on. I'm first of all, I'm toasting toast. I'm not making cakes, dude.
You don't toast toast. You toast bread.
I'm not about that life.
Listen, you toast bread.
I gotta
put an end to the rumor. You don't toast toast. You toast bread. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. Today we're going to talk about the changes of Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, the movie versus the saga. And although we don't have that much to go off of, there's a couple key things that were mentioned in episode 20 and before that, prior to that, that are kind of interesting to discuss. And a big one is going to be actually the discussion of a certain line that was said in the Japanese and English version of Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F that was really, really wrong because I don't know if Toei or Toriyama, whoever it was working on, the movie at the time, screwed up or something. But Toasty, what is this one specific line?
Right after Frieza gets resurrected, his first few things that he says about training is saying that he'll train for 4 months, as we already know. So the same thing in Super. But he also said that he would get his power level up to 1.3 million, which is obviously wrong if you've ever followed power levels in Dragon Ball Z in any single way. Like, you know that is extremely wrong, because his power level when he's in his second form is around 1 million or around there. I know that his base form is like 30,000.
No, his base form is 530,000. His second form is fighting power 1 million. And then as he goes beyond and beyond, he just gets even stronger. And his max power, according to Daizenshu, is 120 million. That's at 100% full power, final form transform Frieza. That's 120 million. So 1.3 million didn't make any sense. Granted, people were maybe speculating that was going to be his base power level, and then once he transforms, that multiplies even more. But it still didn't make any sense. But they took it out. Which I'm glad they took it out. This time they didn't even say anything. He says the same thing about training for 4 months. He said he's just gonna get stronger and then basically get his revenge. But they took out that one specific line. Now, along with that, there was a couple other changes. Like the big major one is obviously Togoma is alive. Toasty Togoma.
Yeah, good old Togoma. Voiced by one of my favorite characters of all time, and no, not one of my favorite characters, but one of my favorite anime, Gintama. But yes, it's actually really cool that they actually left him in, and I actually do like that the fact that they're giving the soldiers more of a talking background, because now you see more like conversations between Togoma, Shisami, Sorbet. They're talking more to each other, and they're talking more about Frieza. Like we opened up episode 19 mainly with Sorbet kind of just like telling Togoma really what Frieza is and how powerful Frieza really is. Since Togoma's like, wait, why do we need Frieza for this? Why is he so important? But yeah, I just like the fact that they're having so much more personality and so much more dialogue between them. Because Shisami, I didn't ever think of him to be like the kind of bossy type. Like, he didn't really seem like that because he
just seemed like a grunt.
Yeah, he barely talked in Resurrection F. Like, yeah. He was just like a silent dude who was like obviously huge soldier, but that was really it. So glad that we get to see more dialogue with him. And really, that's mostly it for that. And then we have Togoma living.
Speaking of small changes, they also introduced Goten and Trunks in episode 20, and I don't know if you caught it, but there's a very interesting line at the end of that encounter. Bulma tells Goten and Trunks to go to their room.
Yeah.
So we most likely will not see them in the actual fight, like, in Resurrection F. Mm-hmm. But first of all, two things I want to discuss. One, when have Goten and Trunks ever listened to authority? I mean, even in the encounter with Jacko, Bulma was saying, hey, don't mess with the spaceship. And what they do? They kept messing with the spaceship. They're not the ones... Yeah, they're not the type of people to, to listen to authority. But for some reason, they're going to this time when Frieza's here, which I feel like the second they sense, Frieza's power level, this should have came out. I mean, granted, this could still very well happen, but knowing how Resurrection F is going, because there's a lot of similarities to the movie, I feel like they're still going to get ultimately left out. But at least they kind of explained it better why Goten and Trunks weren't there instead of just like, hey,
yeah. You know why Majin Buu is absent, because that really doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because Krillin says, I'm glad that we have at least Gohan and Majin Buu on our side, but at the end of episode 20, when they're flying towards the battlefield, Majin Buu wasn't there. And I'm pretty sure in the next episode, they're going to explain the whole he's asleep thing, which again, if you read the manga, he sleeps for like a couple of seconds. Like there's a point where he creates his house, I almost said spaceship, he creates his house, and then he goes, time to go to sleep, and then literally goes to sleep for 5 seconds, and then wakes up. Like, he doesn't sleep that long, but according to the movie, he sleeps a long time whenever he takes these, epic naps, I guess. But outside of that, I guess Toasty...
piece of what? Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was going to say, outside of that, Toasty, what is a big change that you would really want to see in Resurrection outside of Vegeta getting the kill, because I know everyone's gonna say, "Oh, I want Vegeta to get the kill."
Yeah.
I strongly doubt we're gonna see that, because they're probably gonna do the exact same formula we saw in the movie. But outside of, like, those major changes, what are some other things that you would love to see in this arc?
Yeah, well, one thing that I think, and it's really unpopular of an opinion, but I would like to see how in the Battle of God saga, when Beerus, stuck his hand through Goku and Goku fell down to the sea, and how his wound was healed by at least the God Ki or the Super Saiyan God Aura or whatever. I want to see that come back into play, because that was something that they introduced there, and we've never seen that before with Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So I want to see that, like, expanded upon. Like, if you're ever in that form, do you always get healed when you take massive damage like that, or what? Because I have a strong feeling that if Goku didn't heal that, he would have died. So I would like to know, like, how that works, as well as to actually see that again when, spoiler alert if you haven't watched Resurrection F, but I know that most of you have, but when Goku gets shot through the heart by
that's a good point.
Sorbet,
That's a really good point.
I want to see if they're really going to need to give him a senzu bean again, or if these healing powers that come with the Super Saiyan God will actually come in handy here. If that comes in handy, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually really cool, because that's just something that they introduced, like, that was really swift, and, like, we cared about it when it happened, but we've all kind of forgotten about it since Battle of Gods' arc, like, just ended, and I really just want to see that again just come into play in some way.
I feel like we're overthinking it. Like, even though it appeared he healed himself, but also feel like that ability doesn't, the God Ki ability doesn't heal yourself. The way I interpreted that attack was pure passion and adrenaline. But again, even that wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, he completely healed himself. Yeah, so
that's a wound. Like, that's a straight wound that Beerus literally put his hand through Goku.
Yeah,
so
that's in the media retcon out there.
I would say that Super Saiyan God or the godly Ki would heal him more than his passion did. Because passion is just like.
Let's talk about
that sounds like some really, like, casual shonen stuff. Like,
let's talk about the biggest
love.
Let's talk about the biggest retcon of all, and that is the Secret to God Ki. Because we briefly see in episode 20, Whis says, "Don't let your ki spill out. Raise your power inside you, and basically train that way." So that's why we can't sense God Ki. But upon Goku and Vegeta doing that, when they clashed, we saw that brief aura, the blue aura. So is that all it takes? Like, is Super Saiyan God different than Super Saiyan Blue now? Like, that's what I want to know. Because initially, when Dokkan Battle, even though you can't really, cite Dokkan Battle as a good source for explanations, because Toriyama has to be the explanation to how things work. In Dokkan Battle, they said, just master God Ki and go Super Saiyan, you'll become stronger. Well, we see. I mean, first of all, Vegeta never actually did the ritual outside of possibly getting affected by the initial ritual. But now, according to Whis, all they have to do is learn to use their ki inside their body, and then they'll become stronger, and that essentially leads to them going Super Saiyan Blue. What the hell is up with that?
I don't know, man. I think that I don't think that that's the reason. I think that was just, like, time circumstance. I don't think it's like Whis told them, yeah, keep all the ki in your body, don't let it leak out, and then instantly that at least just Super Saiyan got Super Saiyan. I don't think that's why, but I think that was just him. It's like saying, like, training your base form so you can get stronger. It's like, if they got Super Saiyan right after he said that, I mean, it's not like that's why they got it. It's not because they were,
no, it was like a glimpse. It was like a glimpse of it.
Yeah, no, it was a glimpse of it. Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, like, that's probably not the reason as to why. It was just, like, Whis telling them, like, something to do to, like, make sure that their ki can't be sensed. At least I think so. I don't think that was the initial, like, thing, and the reason why they got a little glimpse of the God Aura, which was pretty cool, by the way. That was cool.
I hope to God that they explain it. Like, please, at some point, just say that Vegeta was affected by the ritual, which is why they both can achieve the Super Saiyan Blue form. Because, like, if they I feel like they're going to leave it as is, just for our imaginations, and that's just going to really bother me. Because now it makes me think that Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue are two different things.
I mean, I'm just about to bank on the fucking ritual thing, dude. I mean, like Vegeta literally was sitting there while Goku and Beerus were fighting, putting his head straight up, watching the battle. Even when we said, hey, you want to watch it on my, like, little Telemax fucking staff, or you just, like, want to just keep breaking your neck there? And he's just like, I'm just going to ignore you, bruh. And literally just put his head straight up looking at it. And when Goku fell down to the ground, he knew instantly. He's like, yep, looking at him, and then he's going back up. It's like, I'm assuming, but I'm going to say it was the ritual. It gave him a piece of God Ki, and that if he trained, then he would be able to master it but like that's it. Like I cannot find any more reasonable of an explanation.
Yeah.
Especially after Vegeta knowing everything that was happening in the fight between Goku and Beerus, I can't see actual reason.
We might do a more in-depth explanation about the whole God Key and the secret of it in another video, because I feel like we should get a couple other people involved together and basically do like another mass debate discussion. This will be fun, yeah. I think this will be a fun one. If you guys want to see that one, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. But before we end this, my major change, without majorly changing the story, that I would love to see is I would love for them to take the fight with Gohan against the Z Warriors, excuse me, the Frieza soldiers. I want them to extend that. I want them to basically make it even better, because I love that part of Resurrection F. And I would love for them to include a part where maybe Tagoma fights Gohan. And it becomes this epically amazing fight where Gohan has to kind of like unleash his rage again or something. I would love to see that. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure they're not going to change the ultimate outcome to Resurrection F's arc. I'm pretty sure Goku's still going to get the kill. We'll probably still get the explosion of Earth. We'll probably still get all that. But as far as major changes are definitely that don't really change the story, I want Gohan to basically really step it up and, you know, give the soldiers his hands, as well as Tagoma and Shisami again.
Yo, it'd be really, imagine how funny it would be if Ginyu decided, you know, because obviously we all know Ginyu's in here, which we didn't mention, but, you know, it's just Ginyu because, like, he's a frog. But imagine if he bodies changed with Tagoma, which apparently he may do, but I'm not going to, like, sit there and just spoil everything. But I don't know, apparently he may do that, but that's a rumor. So, anyways, after he does that, imagine if he, like, body switch with Gohan as well.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be weird as crap, because then
I wouldn't want to see that, because I
then Gohan
hated,
would be in Tagoma's body.
Dude, I hated that part on the Frieza saga.
But you know for a fact, like no matter how much you're unhappy about it, you know for a fact that just like how they made his like defeat worse for the Battle of Gods like in the Battle of Gods movie, his L is going to be a maximum L.
I agree with that. He's going to take an even bigger L.
Like, because if you remember in Battle of Gods, like, Beerus at least, he took Gohan by the head and smashed him into Majin Buu's head and then kicked Gohan in the stomach, and Gohan was done. And that already there, that's a huge L already. That's already an L. But then in Super, he literally was beating the dog piss out of Majin Buu, and Gohan started flying towards him saying, "That's enough." He swung Majin Buu, the fat ass motherfucker, with a bat, and hit Gohan in the face. And Gohan got knocked down, and he was done instantly. Like, his L in this one, I think it's going to be worse than a punch to the heart and then instantly stopping. I think it's going to be worse somehow.
I agree.
They're going to do some savage stuff to Gohan, dude. Like, that, he's a punching bag right now. Like, that's his life. Like,
At least Gohan is getting some love in the extended universe, and in Dragon Ball Heroes, he got Super Saiyan 4 as a transformation. So at least he's getting love in a way in the extended universe. But
so
for
just
now,
looking at Super and just like, oh my gosh.
I know it's going to happen, but also prior to the
him
L,
get beaten in the Battle of Gods arc, and we're like, okay, we got to give him a new form, dude. This is just disgusting.
Prior to the L that he gets in Super, or he's about to get, I guess, I still want to see him go ham, go crazy, defeat the soldiers, maybe defeat Shisami, defeat maybe even Tagoma, and then from there, you know, he can take his L. Like, I just want to go out in action.
Since they did say again that the soldiers are as strong as late Zarbon and Dodoria, I hope they were talking about all the other soldiers. But if they were talking about, like, you know, Shisami and Tagoma and all of them, I don't want to see him beat. I don't want to see him hit Piccolo and like knock Piccolo down, dude. Like, that makes no sense, dude.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody else is going to train with Frieza too, because we know that Tagoma, when he comes back next week or this weekend, he's going to be powered up. Or I guess now, he should be already powered up because he was.
Tagoma is the one that trained with him though.
Well, we don't know. We don't know if anybody else joined him. We just know Tagoma did for now, and I feel like in order for the story to make sense, I feel like Toei's version of Resurrection F is going to involve the squad training with him together. Maybe Tagoma mostly, but everybody else, because it wouldn't make sense for them to be as strong as Dodoria and Zarbon, and then just like you know,
knock
Piccolo
on the ground.
Yeah.
That's some horse butt, bro. Like, how does that even work? Like that.
Yeah.
How are you gonna just knock Piccolo down, bro? He is strong as crap. I'm done. All right, but no, yeah.
I don't know.
I hope they don't do that again, dude. Piccolo, he doesn't need this type of abuse.
Piccolo doesn't need this.
At least he's getting something now, but I'm not gonna say anything about that. But at least he's getting something now.
Yeah. Well, with that said, those are some of the changes that we wanted to see, and basically we discussed the current changes already. What about you guys? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. And of course, if you enjoyed today's discussion, make sure you punch that like button right in the face. And I guess, Toasty, we'll wait until Sunday and see what happens when the initial fight actually begins between the Z Warriors and the Frieza soldiers. And hopefully we can see some more bigger changes, because as of right now, Resurrection F, the saga, is pretty much 90% exactly, even down to the dialogue, the same as the movie. But hopefully that other 10% is going to be still fun to watch and a new experience for all of us who have already seen the movie. So let's see what happens then. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, we'll see you guys in the comment section below.